Hi, good morning. You are watching Diksha Medical Ramana channel. Subscribe my channel and click bell icon for new updates. Hi, hello, good morning. Let us introduce myself to you. I am Ramana. You are watching Diksha Medical channel. Today we are going to talk about the very important part of the connective tissue is dense connective tissue. Basically, dense connective tissue is made up of more number of fibers, fewer cells and very little ground substance. This is a special characteristics of dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue basically divided into three types on the arrangement of fibers. One is dense regular connective tissue, one is dense irregular connective tissue, third one is elastic connective tissue. We know in the dense connective tissue we are giving importance for the arrangement of fibers and what fibers are present. Basically, if you look the board, we can understand easily the dense connective tissue is divided into three types. One is dense regular connective tissue, second one is dense irregular connective tissue, third one is elastic connective tissue. That means dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue, predominant fibers are collagen fibers. These collagen fibers already we have seen in the last previous lectures. What are the characteristics of collagen fibers? What are the fiber in our body which is formed from the immature active cells are called fibroblast. When the fibroblasts become inactive, it becomes a fibrocyte. The main difference between the fibroblast and fibrocyte is fibroblasts can secrete the matrix as well as cells. But in the case of fibrocytes, they have to secrete very less amount of matrix. Right? So now we go to explain about the dense regular connective tissue. Basically, dense regular connective tissue is made up of more number of fibers. Fibers are more. And very less number of fibroblasts are there and remaining cells will be there, and remaining the space is present between the cell and fibers which is filled with the ground substance we can call as a intercellular substance or intercellular matrix, right? This dense regular connective tissue is basically called as a white fibrous tissue because the collagen fibers are naturally white in color, it's very bright. And the collagen fibers are arranged in the bandular form which gives the strength to the tissues. That's why these collagen fibers are, if it is a boil, it becomes a gelatin. These collagen fibers are because these collagen fibers are made up of a collagen protein. This collagen protein easily digested with help of the pepsin. Okay. Now we are going to explain about what is the characteristic of dense regular connective tissue. Basically, dense regular connective tissue means the tissue is very dense and the arrangement of fibers are the regular form. That is the meaning. In this tissue, these collagen fibers are arranged parallel to the one another in the form of a bundle. It is nothing but arrangement of fibers are parallel and they are arranged as a regular form, right? And arranged as a bandular form. Due to presence of bandular form which gives the strength to the tissues. Come to the second type of tissue is dense irregular connective tissue. In the dense irregular connective tissue, the main difference is both tissues are made up of fibroblast and collagen fibers and all, but arrangement is different, right? If you see in the dense irregular connective tissue, the fibers are arranged in the irregular form or zigzag form. That's why the collagen fibers are irregularly arranged. That type of connective tissue is called dense irregular connective tissue. Here also fibers are more, few number of cells and ground substance is very limited. Come to the third type of tissue, that is the elastic connective tissue. In the elastic connective tissue, peculiar characters are, it is made up of predominantly elastic fibers. Elastic fibers are made up of yellow color protein is called elastin. This also we learnt in the previous lecture. These elastic fibers, they have a elasticity. That means they can be expand and they can be recoil. That is the nature we can see in the elastic connective tissue. and very few collagen fibers also present, right? In this tissue there is no reticular fibers, right? So elastic connective tissue basically made up of elastic fibers. Elastic fibers are secreted by the fibroblast. It is mainly made up of elastic fibers. That is important, right? It is a capable and considerable extension and recoil. That means they have elasticity as well it come to the normal, right? So if you compare with the dense irregular and elastic connective tissue, dense regular connective tissue made up of collagen fibers, it's a white fibrous tissue. Dense irregular, it's made up of collagen fibers, it's also white fibrous tissue. And elastic connective tissue is made up of yellow color fibers, that's what is called as a yellow color fibrous tissue, right? So dense regular connective tissue is made up of collagen protein, dense irregular connective tissue is made up of collagen protein, and elastic connective tissue made up of a elastic protein, right? This collagen protein can be digested with help of the pepsin, which is present in the gastric juice. Elastic fibers are digested by the trypsin, which is present or which is secreted by the pancreas. Basically, collagen fibers, when it is boiled, it make a gelatinous substance. But elastic connective tissue, when it is boiled, it does not change. That's why this elastic connective tissue play an important role in the mummies. In the Egyptians, they have to reserve the dead bodies for a long time. Due to their using some chemicals without destroying the elastic connective tissue. Due to presence of elastic connective tissue, this elastic connective tissue never lost their flexibility even though after boiling or death, right? Because they have to keep in the preservatives. That preservatives useful to make the elastic fibers naturally, right? Now let us see the second part. We are going to explain about the locations.